Hi, y'all. I hope you are having a great week. Welcome to my new Booktube channel. My name is Shannon, and this is Shannon's Book Nook. I want to do a introduction using the Booktube Newbie Tag, so that you can get to know me and kind of what I'm all about. So the first question that they ask is, why did you start this channel? Well, because I wanted to talk about books, duh. I don't have many friends in real life that will obsess over books with me, and my family especially gets annoyed with me about how much I talk about books. I have a couple friends in real life that, we've created like a book club, and we'll talk about, certain books, but I want to obsess about all of them. So the second thing is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? You know what? I have no idea. I'm just here for a good time. If you are too, let's be friends. Those are my people. The next question, number 3. What are you most excited about for your channel? I'm going to be completely honest here. While I'm extremely excited to be starting this journey, I'm also really nervous to get started on this platform for some reason. Putting myself in front of a camera and talking, and that makes me a little nervous. I've actually been playing with the idea of starting a booktube channel for about 2 years now. And I couldn't make myself do it. But I want to share my passion for reading. So while I'm extremely nervous, I'm also really excited to, share what my experience through books, because we all experience books differently, right? So I am excited to get this started. So why do you love reading? That's the next question. I feel like this is a loaded question. It's like asking, why do you like food? I'm not sure if you've noticed or not, but our world is pretty messed up. And I love being able to get lost in a fictional world and fall in love with fictional characters. I definitely use reading as an escape from the messiness of life. Number 5, what book series got you into reading? So I guess I've always been a reader. Um, since I was younger, and my third grade teacher introduced me to the Junie B. Jones series. And after that, kind of just snowballed, into the Judy Blume and the Beverly Cleary and all of that. So I have kind of always been a reader, but somewhere along the line, the passion kind of dwindled. And I don't think I became obsessed with books until the Akhtar series by Sarah J. Maas. I feel like that's a really basic book girly answer. I feel like a lot of us, if you've read that series, you became obsessed after that. But that's my story. A work friend, recommended that series to me, and the rest is history. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I guess the first question I have is booktube a side hustle or a full-time job for you? Because personally, this is going to be a side hustle. Just something I do on the side because I do have a career. I am a teacher. I work with middle schoolers, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I have all the grade levels. Um, and I actually work with kids who are dyslexic. So I love my job. I love working with my kids. Some of the other stuff, the other side of my job, I don't really like, but that's another soapbox that I'm not going to get on right now. But so for me, I I'm trying. I'm going to have a hard time trying to find a balance, Right now I'm on summer break, so it's no big deal. But when the school year gets started, I'm going to have a hard time balancing everything. So that's my first question. Is Booktube a side hustle or a full-time job for you? The second question I have, what are your most unpopular book opinions? Because I know everybody has their opinions about the books that they read, right? But I'm just curious what the most unpopular one would be, like the most unhinged, if you will. Number 7, what challenges will be the hardest with Booktube? Um, I feel like I've definitely just talked about this. One of my big challenges, especially during the school year, will be keeping to a schedule. But I think the number one challenge is going to be not looking at the numbers, not comparing myself to others, and not necessarily caring what people or others think, because sometimes people can be cruel. And I just gotta brush it off, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to develop a thicker skin for sure. Number 8, when did you start reading? I already talked about this as well. But my third grade summer school teacher, because I had to go to summer school in third grade to move on to fourth, which sucks, but it happens. And my third grade summer school teacher actually introduced me to the Junie B. Jones series by Barbara Parks. And of course, then like I said, it went into the Judy Blume and the Beverly Cleary and J.K. Rowling with the Harry Potter series. I found that when I was in 5th or 6th grade. So yeah, that's where I got my start in reading. Number 9, where do you read? So I'm currently in my home library. I don't do much reading in here because I didn't have a comfortable place to sit. So like I'm sitting in my director's chair right now, which is like my computer desk chair, and it's not very comfortable to read in. I recently got a futon, but I'm gonna have to rearrange this library to make it make sense, because the futon with everything else, because I have 5 of these bookshelves, and 3 of them are in this corner, and then 2 are like right in front of me, and then the futon is like right in front of the window. Ideally, that's where I want to read, but I need to move some things around to make everything fit the way I want it to fit. So currently, I read in my my living room on my sofa. Um, and honestly, if the futon doesn't work in here, I'm probably just going to move it into my guest bedroom and then buy a recliner in here. Um, I was hoping the futon would fit, but it's really big. I didn't think that through. It was kind of impulse buy, honestly. Like my neighbors were like, "Hey, we're getting rid of this futon. You want it?" And my brain was like, "You need something in that room." Yeah, should have thought it through more. Number 10, and I think this is the last question. What kind of books do you read? I read mostly romance. I read all kinds of, subgenres within romance. Fantasy romance, rom-coms, dark romances, suspenseful romance. I typically don't read the clean romance, like with the closed door. I have nothing against it. It's just not what I typically read or pick up. So I read different types of romances, but I also enjoy reading thrillers and mysteries and fantasy. I've recently gotten into a little bit of horror. I've kind of dipped my toe in that. So yeah, I like to read a bunch of different genres. I also like reading memoirs. Um, I have read the I'm Glad My Mom's Dead by Jeanette McCurdy. And then I've also read Tom Felton's memoir. I've read Crying at H Mart. So I've read a couple. I want to read the Britney Spears memoir. I've heard she spilled some tea in there. So I want to check that out. But that's me. And I am hopeful that this BookTube channel will be a fun escape. I do have an Instagram page where I do post a lot of my book reviews. It's kind of where I got started. I started that Bookstagram back in 2020 during COVID, and I feel like this is a natural avenue for me to take. Instead of typing my reviews, I'm saying them. Yeah, so if you want to check out my Instagram, go over there. In the description, I will include a link to my Goodreads, so you can add me there. And yeah, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Bye.